with Lady D today. I'm your host, Lady D. Join us every Thursday at 4 p.m. for another breakthrough conversation. Be a guest on our show, 216-571-2235. Join us every Thursday at 4 p.m. for another breakthrough conversation. Be a guest on our show, 216-571-2235.
All right.
Well, welcome to What's Going On with Lady D today. We're located right here in the heart of 7100 Euclid Avenue, and this is KAZ Radio TV Network. And today we have a special guest with us, no other than our own Monica Gray with Second Semester Consignment Shop. And it's a resale for educational purposes. Welcome, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
Excellent. I'm glad you're here.
I am glad to be here.
And I'm glad it's not 100 degrees today.
It's not. It feels like it, but it's not.
Wait, I got all kind of frozen bottled waters in the car because I'm like prepared.
Yes.
But I'm glad we got great weather going on today. And without further ado, tell our listeners something about you.
Me personally?
Yes, because you're just amazing.
I'm so used to talking about what I do. It's so hard to talk about me personally.
Yes, we want to talk about you personally today.
Well, as she said, my name is Monica Grays, and I am an educator for CMSD, Cleveland Municipal School, for 26 years now. I teach gifted education at Campus International, as well as Kenneth Clement Boys Leadership Academy. When I'm not there, I'm working my store, Second Semester Consignment Shop, or I'm tutoring, or you can find me at New Community Bible Fellowship. Typically in the back row there. I am a mother of 5 and a grandmother of 2. My husband, Sean, and I, we own multiple businesses in the Cleveland area. We do real estate and commercial property and things like that. But other than that, I just really am committed to helping people. So anything that requires me to jump in and help, to serve in any capacity, that's basically who I am.
That's really awesome. Well, that's a lot. I am so excited to share with our audience all the wonderful things that you are doing here at the Second Semester Consignment Shop. And before I was looking over your bio, and you talked about the Jumpstart Pitch competition. I want to know, how did that help you with your business?
Oh, well, in 2016, when I opened up second semester, well, let me back up. Second semester opened through a need. I was in the regular classroom for 20 years. I had an opportunity to apply for a new position. That new position would require me to downsize. I didn't know downsizing meant teaching in the hallway, but just imagine 20 years of materials all had to go into the hallway. So I started purging things and trying to sell things out there on the yard sale or whatever, and it just was very difficult. So my husband said, why don't you just take it to consignment? And I love consignment, so he knew he was speaking my language.
Right.
But then I thought about it, I'm like, I've never heard consignment for education. And so I did a little research. I said, well, wait, honey, let me find out what other people are doing. I could not find one educational consignment shop. You could find pop-up shops where textbooks companies would sell for the weekend, but not a standing consignment shop for educators. And I said, oh my goodness, educators gather so much materials. When they retire, what are they doing with all this stuff? So he said, well, let's open one. And 3 months later, up pops second semester. So that's basically the history of Second Art, how we got started. So for 3 years, I was in Wickliffe, Ohio, and I just doing my thing. Again, I'm thinking this is a hobby. I work full time. I'm working full time, and when I leave work, I will go to the store. It started just the store, and then we started tutoring. I would actually bring children home from school.
Really?
I put them in my car, and their parents would pick them up from the store. But yeah, that's how we started our tutoring program, which now we have 8 tutors. We have almost 50 some students that come for tutoring, so that has grown significantly. But again, I just, treating it like a hobby, just thinking this is something I'm doing on the side. Though people said, this is such a grand idea, like you really have gotten something great going on. I'm like, yeah, so one opportunity came up to enter what we call the Cleveland Chain Reaction.
Yes.
And it was a pitch, a whole several week process, but then at the end you would pitch your business for, it could be anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000. So I applied. And I was like, oh, we'll just see. Not really trying to do anything, but I got in and I was one of the 20 finalists.
Awesome.
And through Jumpstart's help, I realized that I'm not playing small anymore. It was an opportunity for me to grow my business, to learn about being an entrepreneur, to really seek help. I got so much support, more exposure. This was like the first time I ever appeared on TV. So I had a chance to, and people were like, wow, wait, hold on, second semester. And that's when I noticed that my business started to grow. So then I signed up for more pitch competitions. I actually won a smaller one for $2,500. And I'm always promoting individuals to sign up for pitch, because it is a way for you to really understand your business, your market, your target audience, your market, your finances. I mean, when you talk about digging deep into your business, it allows you to dig deep into your business. And I'm like, okay, well, this is really a business. This is no longer just a hobby for me. And so that's what that Jumpstart pitch competition did for me. So anyone out there, I say they have them all the time. They have the Cleveland Chain Reaction. They have the and I don't know why I'm trying to think names off the top of my head, but if you go to Jumpstart,
Yes.
their website, they always are promoting the cohort, the Cleveland cohort. They're always promoting either free training, and it was free.
You know, that's the wonderful part about Jumpstart. A lot of things that they have there, because I was always going to Jumpstart for different classes. Everything was free, and it was so knowledgeable, but also a great place to network.
Yes.
You know, so you can really have an opportunity to hone in what it is that you are looking to do, and have mentors as well.
Yes, and
Someone to help you.
mentorship and the support. I remember Chris and Sabrina, all those who have helped Lauren, that have helped. Actually, I ran into Lauren at the airport, and I haven't been, doing anything with Jumpstart recently, and he remembered me. He's like, I remember you. Yeah, please let us know what we can do to continue supporting you. I just figured, I'm not doing any of the pitches, and they're not thinking about me, but they were. And they actually became one of our sponsors for our Naomi event.
Let's talk about that, because that's so exciting as well.
Yes, oh my goodness. When I say this has been my deep of heart project, because I really believe that I have been tasked by God to do this. Like He had placed this in front of me. It's like, you are the chosen one, you're gonna do this. So I'm not sure if you're familiar, but in 2019, there was a report that came out that ranked Cleveland one of the worst livable cities.
Okay.
So yes, some know, some don't, but nevertheless, that information is out there, and what do you do with it? And so this city took the stance to create a Black Women's Black Girls Commission. And so I applied, even though I said, I can't put another thing on my plate. But I just kept being urged, like, Monica, you have to do something. Here you are on East 185th Street, you're an educator, you are that Black woman in Cleveland, and you need to take a part of trying to understand how we can make Cleveland better.
Right.
So several months later, hadn't heard anything, but God just kept urging, like, why are you waiting for someone else to do something when you can be the one to do it? I was like, but no, not me, God, kicking and screaming, no, not me.
I say, I'm putting you out of your comfort zone.
He sure did. But not only did he put me out of my comfort zone, he had already, prior to this, set the stage for me to step right into this task or into this mission with success. So I started these pop-up shops on East 185th Street.
Okay, yeah, I remember a lot of the pop-up
They
shops.
were called East 185th pop-up shops.
Okay.
We purchased property on East 185th Street. It was large enough, as you have seen, to do small events, and we didn't know exactly what we were going to do, but I knew I wanted to do something to help other small businesses like myself. At this time, I was in Wycliffe, so I told my husband, let's just try these pop-up shops. He's like, nah, I don't think that's going to be successful. And I said, no, just give me a chance. A year and a half, we had consistent pop-up shops, sometimes twice a month. We were on Fox 8 News twice. We were on Channel 5. We had hundreds of customers come through. We impacted over 300 businesses that would been with us. I mean, it was just this huge, quick burst of excitement on East 185th. And if you're familiar with East 185th, it has slowed down a lot. Unfortunately, businesses have gone out. It's almost kind of feels like a ghost town. But they're putting $11 million into what they call the streetscape. And so they're trying to improve the streets and sidewalks. And I say, but we have to do more than just improve the streets and the sidewalks. These businesses need help too.
Right.
And we need to bring businesses that are really out here trying to become very successful. We need to introduce them to East 185th Street. So I met with the councilman. He thought it was a great idea. And so I had a lot of support from the community. And through that, building that network, I was able to use that same venue to go into Naomi, because most of the women who came were women-owned, black women-owned businesses.
Okay.
So it was a great tie-in, but at the time, I didn't really understand why I was owning a consignment store, then doing pop-up shops, and tutoring. People were like, what doesn't she do? But now that I sit back and think about it, it was all destined. Like, it was all destined. One thing was to lead into the next thing. And so now we're gonna start what we call Naomi series, continue this conversation about how we can make Cleveland better, not just for us, because I feel like we've found our level of success, but for our young children, that type of report is telling them, like, you're gonna come through Cleveland, and when you graduate, you have to leave because this is not the city for you. And we can't run our future leaders away, especially our young black girls, because then what are we gonna have?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, because I can recall when I was, and it's been a while, but not that far away.
Right.
But you know, when we were coming out of high school, Georgia was the hot place to go. And all my friends who were going away to college, and those that didn't, everybody ran to Georgia because it was, it was the place for young people to be. There was nothing here in Cleveland for us to do. And so now Cleveland is on the rise. In spite of all the bad news that you hear out here, we have to take back, and we have to save our youth and introduce them to something new. Okay? And you're never too young to start. So this is good. So the tutoring that you do here, are you preparing them for entrepreneurship, or how does this all play in?
Well, our tutoring program, we tutor all grade levels, so from pre-K to 12, all subjects.
Okay.
So we really try to tune into the needs of each individual child. We don't have a cookie cutter program, so our program is really designed to specify the needs of that particular child.
Great.
Real quick story. A parent was like, tell me about your reading, what type of reading math program do you have? And it's like, we don't really have a program. We assess the child and we really just decide what skills, because we use certified teachers. So every tutor is a certified teacher, so they know how to assess and then create an individual educational plan for each of the students. And everyone's, of course, tutoring session may look a little different, but we do offer courses about camps or entrepreneurship for our kids.
Okay.
We did a Juneteenth. It was all around our youth. We invited our youth entrepreneurs in to come and vent with us. And now we have a event on August 10th where we are going to invite teachers out to learn strategies on how to teach entrepreneurship in the classroom.
Now that is awesome.
We don't have that in our curriculum.
No, we do
And
not.
our students are really, the 21st century are really more in tune with going in that direction of entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Even if it's just like Ubering and DoorDash. I mean, you may think, oh, that's not, but it really is because you are working independently on your own. So children are really moving more in that direction. And so we need to teach them that there is an option. I like when I was young, like yesterday.
I understand. I was there.
we thought only people with lots of money were entrepreneurs, right?
Correct.
But my mother is an entrepreneur, and I didn't even tie the two together. She's a hairstylist. I just figured she does hair, and people come to her, but she really is. She has to run her own books and file taxes and all that. But it just was never discussed like your mother is an entrepreneur. It just we didn't talk about it. So now it's time to have an open conversation about how these children can become entrepreneurs. If anything, just have a side gig. You know what I mean? You do something well, you can have a side gig and still go and pursue something more professional, or you can always just be an entrepreneur. So I'm so excited that we are bringing this to East 185th Street, INCU, which is the name of the location.
Okay.
That we will have this training. So August 10th, they can go on our website.
Okay.
It's free. Teachers, it's free.
Okay, take advantage
So
of this.
take advantage of it. A lot of school districts will give teachers for volunteer professional hours, so you can use that. We're a partner with, it's called Young Entrepreneur Institute, and they have been around for a while, teaching teachers how to teach students entrepreneurship.
Really?
So they
Okay.
have all these amazing resources, unlimited resources, training opportunities, and they want to just continue to let people know that they're available. I think they started with like the lemonade stand.
Yeah.
They'll have the lemonade stand, but they'll bring speakers in, they'll bring resources in, and I don't think the teachers are really taking advantage of those opportunities. And then they also have a pitch competition for the kids.
Now that is really awesome. Where are they located?
They're in University, I think, University Circle.
University Heights or?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I wanted, or did I see Hudson? You know I'm not from Cleveland.
Oh,
So when you say
okay,
locations,
okay.
yeah,
That's
I had to
fine,
think
that's
back,
fine.
okay, where, I'm trying to look at think about their flyers, but if they go on my website, they'll see their information as well, or they can just go and just type in Young Entrepreneur Institute and they'll find all the information they need about them as well. Yeah, because they'll come out to your location and actually provide this training for free.
Now that is, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. So there's no excuse.
Yeah.
So you have this young man here with us. Let's bring him on. What's your name? Tell our audience your name.
My name is Frederick.
Frederick. And Frederick, what is it that you do?
Well, I help Miss Monica run her store, so like I clean, I help stock the shelves, write down what's in the inventory, make sure everything that is in the inventory isn't like old or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing that?
Well, I started this summer, but I plan to continue it throughout the school year as well.
And you're a volunteer?
Yeah.
And how do you like doing that?
It's pretty fun.
Would you recommend anyone to be a volunteer?
Yeah.
What are you getting from this?
Well, I'm getting work experience and service hours for school.
Good, that's good, and that's important. Excellent. And so now, Monica, how can the parents reinforce what it is that they're learning there at the center?
So
What do
we
you hear
have,
from the parents?
you know, that's a big question.
I know.
Well, first and foremost, I feel as sometimes parents are, I don't want to say frustrated. They may be somewhat frustrated. They may just not they may be lost to where to start. COVID opened the eyes to a lot of parents to realize like, oh my goodness, my child is really behind. Because you send your child away from anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. When they come back, you're usually given a couple of sheets of homework, and you might, by that time, the parent already, or the teacher already taught the skill, and the child is just using it as practice time. And so I think with COVID, where the parent had to be more of an intimate role as the teacher,
Right.
I think that's when they realized like, I think our child's struggling. And so then we started increasing our numbers in tutoring. In addition to that, the state also took a major part of offering the funding for parents for after school activities, and one is for tutoring. It's called ACE. And I'm really shocked that more parents don't know about it. I would think you never, yes, it's, they give the parents anywhere from $500 to $1,000 that pay for after school activities, but one of those particularly is for tutoring.
Okay.
So they can use their money. We are ACE providers, so if any parent is interested in tutoring, we'll definitely give them that information and apply for the funding for the tutoring program. But yeah, I don't know what they can do to, even there's teachers that don't even know that this program exists. And so if there's money available for the parents, then we really need to make sure that they know that it's available, right?
Right.
So on top of that, if you come into second semester and you're looking, again, for resources for your child, we'll ask you, what do you think they're struggling in? And parents are usually pretty clear on where they see struggles take place. They may say multiplication facts or reading or understanding what they read. So they have a clear, and then sometimes maybe with the teacher during parent-teacher conferences, they're able to share with us too. So a lot of times people come in, they think these resources are just for the teacher, but they're not. We really want parents to come in, especially items start at 99 cents and maybe just go up a little from there. But a lot of the materials we have are more than just books or pencils and crayons. They're games. They're
You brought some here
interactive
today.
games.
Let's see.
Yes.
What do you have here?
Okay, so here is one that teaches a child phonics. So it's beginner reader.
Okay.
This game allows it's in a board game format, and it allows the child to enforce their reading skills.
Excellent.
Small letter words, like what we call CBC words, like cat, hat, that. So they're matching the beginning sound with the ending sound. So this is all starting the beginning of reading. So if you have a child, maybe an advanced kindergartner or a second grader who's still struggling with reading, definitely begin. All right?
Excellent.
And then we have something in math that's similar in the same way, but this one is this is practicing addition and subtraction. Again, these games run for $9, $10.
Okay.
This one is $8. And the same idea, it's a board game, and they get to have fun. Like you're playing Monopoly or some of the board games I can't even think of, Shoots and Ladders and things like that. But
Right.
these are a little more intense because they're actually zooming in on a scale.
Excellent. So this is just wonderful that you have these items here at the consignment shop. Give the location of your consignment shop again.
So we're at 616 East 185th Street, and that is right off of Interstate 90. There's a little bit of construction, but when you get down to our end, the roads are smooth, the sidewalks are beautiful, all the construction is completed on our end of the street.
Is there a phone number that they can call?
They can call at 440-373-4116. I had to think about it. That's the store number. So yeah, 440-313-4116, or they can just go on our website, which has all our information. That is the number 2ND. So abbreviated second semestershop.com. So that is secondsemestershop.com. You'll find out about the store. You can shop for these materials online, and you can also sign up for tutoring.
Excellent, excellent. So now, in Year with Youth Opportunities?
Yes.
All right. So we want to give a special shout out to Youth Opportunities. We want to give a special shout out to Monica Gray because she was a big supporter of our back to school event that we just had on July 22nd. Monica, we want to thank you for all the wonderful work that you are doing in our community. because you both are making a difference. So that's what's going on today. Welcome to What's Going On with Lady D today. I'm your host, Lady D. Join us every Thursday at 4 p.m. for another breakthrough conversation. Be a guest on our show, 216-571-2235.